Dienstag ist Dilemma-Tag. Hello and welcome to episode 30 of Tuesday is Dilemma Day. And to celebrate this occasion, we are going to give you a spoiler of the new upcoming set, Showdown 4 Lights. Now, this is a set that centers on two decks that are meant to be played against each other, one Cardassian, one Federation, and I got the chance to have a look at these preview decks when they were given out at Worlds a couple of weeks ago. So we already got a chance to play with Admiral Kennelly, that you've probably seen yesterday, but also a couple of other interesting cards, one of which I'm going to show you. Now, this one here isn't one that necessarily lends itself well to building dilemma combos around it, but let's see what we can do. To keep things easy, we'll have the same crew that we used last week, so a mix of non-aligned and Ferengi, but this time we're going to attempt a planet. So let's move the bronze shuttle out of the way, and let's see what we find first. It is a sleeper trap. Our opponent gets to download 3 Cardassians and a gun, so they bring out these people, and let's just say we face them from the left to the right. Let's put all our guys into this crew here. Let's none and shuffle. Let's see. Deckhole faces Zora. Okay, Zora. She has strength of 5 against Deckhole's 12 with the gun. Let's mortally wound her. And Jerex faces Nog. Nog has 6, and with Jerex's 12, that means we cannot actually mortally wound him. So we stun him, but now our opponent triggers the seeded captured. We're going to look at the second function here. During any player's turn, you may capture one personnel just stunned in battle by your non-Borg security. Our opponent brought in all security guys, and of course they're non-Borg, so they get to capture Nog here. Okay, and there's one more. Warner is going to fight against Muck, and that is 10 versus 7, so he is stunned. With the gun, the Cardassians win the remaining battle here. So that means out of Muck and the other 3 guys, we suffer a random kill. It's Raylan. Let's discard him. Zora was mortally wounded as well. And then we are stopped because the sleeper trap forced all of our guys to battle, and that stops them for this turn. Alright, so we have some Cardassians with the guns sitting around menacingly. So do we send in a big crew or a small one? Let's send a big crew. Like last time, let's bring in some reinforcements via bronze shuttle. Let's go for Chuckles and maybe Ulis, and let's bring security science in. So that's 1, 2. We can report the Troys as well. 4 guys with the shuttle and a universal one. And let's put them all into this crew, and then attempt and see what the next dilemma is. It is a barber pole? No, of course it isn't. This must be the new card. So, have a look at this. It is a space planet dilemma with the Star Trek Enterprise property logo. The collector's number is 3V and the title is Strategy. Lore reads, to find the Xindi weapon, Jonathan Archer's crew constructed an elaborate simulation in which he and Degra had escaped together from an Xindi insectoid prison and stolen a shuttle. And the game text reads, unless crew or away team has all printed skills on an opponent's captive, opponent's choice, nullified if none, opponent may peek at any one card. Discard dilemma. Alright, so our opponent has a captive, that's Nog, so let's see if we can have all the printed skills here. Physics, honor, youth, acquisition. The engineer doesn't apply. Alright, let's see. No. We've got physics. Looking for honor, youth, and acquisition now. No. 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 There's an acquisition. And there's an honor. But we don't have a youth here, and that means we are stopped because it's an unless, and now our opponent gets to peek at any one card in the game. And this is where things get really interesting. We're going to talk about this in a moment. For our mission attempting purposes, this has stopped us once, and then, of course, on their turn, our opponent may attack us again with the Cardassians, maybe get another kill or two in, but that's really not the important thing here. They have already done what they wanted to accomplish with this new dilemma, peeking at any one card. So the remaining dilemma here can be really anything. In this case, they have elected to put the rock people there, forcing us to bring in people with science or geology, but this really could be anything here. What's really interesting here is the peeking at any one card, and this is a huge effect. We have effects like that in the game. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. Ocular implants can be downloaded by First Contact Geordie. He can look at the bottom seed card of a mission. Super powerful. Science lab, which requires a NOR and a science personnel at a space mission. Again, it can scan, as it says on the card here, the bottom seed card under the mission. Zephram Cochrane's telescope can glance at the bottom seed card of an adjacent non-planet location. So again, it's a bit limited. And of course, as an artifact, you need to have completed a mission first in order to use it. And the same is true for the Orb Experience Interrupt. In theory, you can spam this, peek at any one card in the game, but you need an Orb artifact present, and usually that means you need to complete a mission as well. And as you've seen, most of these cards, especially the ones that are easiest to use, Ocular Implants and Science Lab, only let you scan or glance at the bottom seed card of the mission. With the new stratagem and with Orb Experience, you can also look at the very last seed card, for example, or the second card in a combo. And that kind of knowledge can give you a huge advantage. So essentially, you're giving up a seed slot in the form of a better dilemma for a chance to gain intelligence. And if you already know exactly what dilemmas are coming up, and you can assemble your crew in such a way that they are guaranteed to walk through without any casualties, that can be super powerful. So there is a strategy to build a deck around that kind of effect as a one-off that's simply good for one stop, and you have to make sure that you have a captive at that point. I'm not sure it's good enough on its own. Let's have a look at what you can do to get a captive. You can go the strategy with captured that I've shown you. There are also other ways to go about this. For example, you could seed valuable prisoner, which turns a kill by a dilemma into a capture. So you could go, for example, for a fast ship would be nice, which is in many cases a choice kill. So you would go for the person who has the most skill dots, making it more likely for stratagem to hit. Or you could use imminent disintegration protocol, which usually has a target. Security or engineer is almost always present, and it automatically goes for the one with the most skill dots, and then you can capture that personnel. And it also has a wall component as well, so that is definitely a good dilemma. Or if you want to save the valuable prisoner seat slot, you can go for a dilemma that captures in itself. For example, no mention of crime. Opponent chooses to capture male with most skill dots, or stop any 2 males present, nullify with 4 females. 4 females isn't too likely. Many affiliations don't even have 4 females in play over the course of the entire game. And this one automatically goes for the male with the most icons, so that is also a juicy target for the stratagem. But as I said, it's not a super powerful combo dilemma, but I feel there is a way to build a deck around that kind of effect, but you probably need more pieces to the puzzle in order to achieve that. So let's keep it at that. This is not the only dilemma in the set. We will have a look at another one next week. Meanwhile, let me know in the comments what you think of this one. Tell me if you figured out what the obscure title of this week's episode refers to. And then I hope you turn in next week when it's another spoiler for Showdown 4 lights that you can find on the CCG webpage. Until then, expand your power in the universe. Bye bye.